You have no data on this.
Data really whatsoever. Be a curious clash as the 9th round having concluded does see take flight starting on that CT side. This is them continuing the momentum, hopefully for their sake, into this next. As Anthran, is your opinion on who's going to be taking map number 2 any different from when it was on map number 1?
No, absolutely not. Nah, again, I'm telling you, take flight. Something gives me a bad vibe about playing against their Nuke. And Limitless may be in for a rude awakening here shortly. Double boost! Oh, it's a little shy, but Kojo from the sky gets 2 kills. Messed up at the beginning, but bounces back to keep them even in the 3-on-3. The world's their oyster as to where they can go, but they soon, I think, are going to decide to finish A. Yeah, going back up, especially with hell control. When they hear this.
Yeah, they do, but shutout is not going to be easy at that range to be able to put something together, especially when they're expecting you. It's now the last line of defense. We're in. Ooh, sight. One is dropped down below to be able to punch in the code. They will do so successfully. It's Beaky now awaiting MDS's arrival to be able to continue to scale forwards as Grape is made aware of one of the 2 of them. They already knew that Beaky was here a few moments ago, and Grape now waiting to call upon Poseidon from the heavens above. Will be able to do nothing. Neither of them, as a matter of fact, as MDS is able to hit the flick.
Dude, I love that spacing on the fly from Take Flight. It was amazing. I mean, MDS and Beaky, they don't fret whatsoever, and that's honestly why they go on to win that round, because even if the peak came through a little bit sooner from, I believe, Grape on the site, it wouldn't have mattered. He still would have been swinging into both of them. Even if the player from Heaven swings in, it's a guaranteed trade for Take Flight. Maybe it's a 1v1 that's a little closer, but the point is, you still have Take Flight with all stocks going in the right direction. A good-looking start. But it'll be again a buyback from Limitless. So far, pretty speechless on these pistols beyond the second over in... Actually, no, they even lost the second in Anubis. So, very atypical of Limitless for sure.
We go with that bomb plant, affording them decent cash. The number of Galils is going to be nice, but the number of smokes and flashbangs not so much. It'll enable them to cross if they so please, where MDS lies in wait down below. It's going to be a great read for them to be able to get into a position to maybe crack them open before it even has a chance to begin. If he goes down, the effective trade doesn't look like there will be one, and they seem to be aware of the possibility that he can be peeking up from. We'll be able to find his. No more than that, though, and things get a little hairy, is there's still more room to be made for the CTs to wrap around the map, but there's one cutting off rotation inside of that. It's Gabe who gets nothing for his trouble.
That was a hard sell on that kill. It felt like there was no real world where Gabe's gonna get bang for his buck, even if he does end up getting a 1 kill, but instead the FAMAS steps up and puts him to rest. I've always been a FAMAS believer, and for good reason. Shutout shows why as he takes an instant upgrade, and what was once a worrying round is quickly put to rest.
Okay. Alright, okay. I ain't never seen anybody use a FAMAS like that there.
You clearly ain't seen me.
And okay. Take flight 2-0. I've seen you alright, pal.
Don't sleep.
Sleep.
No. Deagles don't give me the highest of expectations. And this is one of the maps where, yeah, that XM10 is quite the weapon to purchase.
Very potent.
Volatile.
Yes, actually looking to support Gabe while CoJoMo elevates himself to both of them in that area, actually. And while Kojo might miss his jump,
my
it's
lord.
going to be the
What the?
double kill, and actually Kojo now left inside of the garage. They can look to swarm him down. They've already done damage enough. Adjustment close. Mellow not able to do it. Aside in the last line.
Okay.
Soon be swept aside as things look for a moment to be a little bit too hard to handle. This might get 2 kills, but this is where their buy comes through in its early days, even so.
What's crazy is I think Kojo actually messed up the jump from to the credit bin, but it actually was better that he did that, because if he had gone on top of credit, right, that's a 3-man firing squad that already got double 1D'd. Now you're sitting in the open on top credit in a 1v3 outside. I don't care what gun you have, you're not getting away alive.
Probably not.
So, wrong execution, right answer it seems, as Gabe now wields the XM10 tossed over by Beaky on the upgrade. And speaking of upgrades, CoJo's got one. Op wasn't very loud on Anubis, but I'd expect a bit of a difference here, and he's already taking a different route of approach, going down lower and posting exactly up where Doom is ready to approach in. Nice shoulder given, and nice shot taken. Another on the horizon as he stays posted beside it and walking in. Oh my god, what a shot! If there's anybody who's going to know how to take down an Opper, it's an Opper himself.
Be more true. Shotgun is still up in play. It's Gabe to be utilizing it this time around.
Uh-oh.
Yes, he might have gone a little bit of a maneuver here to be able to catch them with their backs turned. At least one of the two of them. McGrate making his way back up through the secret steps is able to combine with the attention from Mello, and this one is just falling to bits and pieces as Take Flight maybe able to go the previous. No utility left, and with the two players separated high and low on two different bomb sites, there's only Beaky left standing in a Limitless round that is a considerable statement moving forward, seeing as the money for the CT side is less than ideal.
I actually think Poseidon is the player of the round here. No question. Oh, Beaky's here. I mean, alright. To tell him. Anyway. There goes that gun. There comes that op. Poseidon will get his upgrade even after falling to Beaky. But as I was saying, Poseidon is probably the player of the round there because it's the fact that Doom falls first and CoJo goes back in for a second shot that is really why they won the round. But the fact is Poseidon used the kill of Doom as a guise to go onto the other side of the wall where not Poseidon, but CoJo wasn't ready. He didn't know somebody had crossed. He had just assumed it was one player. So when he was posting deep, he wasn't ready for a swing like that. And that's why you didn't even see him react to the first footstep come through.
Pistol for MDS, MP9 for Gabe, the rest with weapons, but man, this is going to be all on the grounds that they find their fights and win them, because there's no chance they'll be taking any of these bomb sites, but reclaiming the land of lobby is CoJoMo as the up rings out. An unexpected position from Beaky is still going to be swept aside with little to no issue.
They know where everybody is. He's heard 3 players cross, and he just spotted the 4th behind the right one. CoJo has every piece of information he could ask for as he posts back up now in outside. And remember, he was in ramp, so this might not be something Limitless are currently contesting. Nor is lower, apparently, as Grape goes in on a solo mission that he won't return from. They continue to peek in and out. Good spot of the op back in CT spawn, so negating his presence in the round, it seems, at least for a moment in time. But Limitless somehow need to recoup this 3-on-4.
Somehow, some way. A few moments. We'll see a potential clash. The lesser weaponry players, as Gabe is ready to help out with the 5-7 by his side. Should the contact be made? Yes, weird clear, weird maneuver, weird way to get out of this round without another kill, though, as Mello drops and AK is made available to Gabe to upgrade 2 when he can come to support the players, as there is, I don't believe, anybody other than the one stuck in this B-bomb. No, actually, nobody in the bomb site.
What the? They're taking so long to go in, though. I mean, there's only 18 seconds, and that's one thing, but the second part is you're giving so much time for this rotation to come through. CoJo's taking this advantage to go all the way around the Raptors, and with a molly in, I don't think there's enough time to plant. No, they've screwed themselves. Limitless takes so long to actually abuse the information they have that by the time they go into the site, everybody was there.
Bitter pill to swallow. See that much, at the very least. Not sure where you can go from there. Other than into B. Really sure that they could maybe cut sound and try and get somebody to second guess themselves. I know. I do know though, Anthran. Got a tactical timeout used now by the side of not Limitless, but instead of Take Flight to continue this run of form. Want to destabilize anytime soon. Yeah. For good reason. This is a great foothold. Chokehold around this second map, to which Limitless are already expecting to be on the down foot for now on the T side, but the rounds continue to build, so will the storyline of what we had seen over on Anubis now carrying over into this.
Well, this will be a pistol pop somewhere, and ramp players are well set up to counter this exact play, or maybe not. The molly never came out, and it took them too long to get set up. Beaky, a double, but his reign of terror ends there, and CoJo will get the hell out of Dodge before that op is thrown to high water. Poseidon, in the blink of an eye, his teammates have crumbled around him, so now he needs to make the most of a bad situation. With full health, armor, a gun, and a couple pieces of utility, it's not improbable, but he's looking the wrong way, so he won't even activate for the first.
Shutout slides out. And has no problem taking that duel. It's a bit of a risky one should Poseidon have been doubling back, but luckily for him, he's able to look like the hero by the end of it nevertheless. Well-rounded set of affairs right now, currently. Nothing seems to be changing anytime soon. I doubt they will. Until we get to see something, some semblance of life to be put forward. Try to limit this squad now with AKs once more. No off. Money for it. Dane has a lot more money in his back pocket. I'm not sure if he tossed out all of his utility already into the round, but regardless of that, he wouldn't have been able to use it any longer anyway as he gets the floor to a smoke spam from game.
You're never going to expect this, right? Like, I can almost guarantee CoJo's getting a kill this round, so that's another problem you have to worry about, being down 4 on 5. Fact is, they have been again, they've just been flowy with the way they've played this CT side. Never doing the same thing twice, constantly keeping you on your toes. And even in the depths of this advantage, they're still pushing it. Poseidon. Go back, flicking out. Oh, they spotted 2 in lobby with an extra trade from Mello, but this is more information to go back for the left side of Take Flight right now. CoJo's low. But Beaky is a massive unknown entity and overextending outside. Wait, hold on a second. It seems like they bit off way more than they can chew. Beaky eventually has to move forward.
It's going to be quiet. Eventually they get close enough. CoJoMo's op is really stuck between a rock and a hard place.
No!
Will be dropped into the back of the bomb site, and while Doom might have been the player low, drops an 8 out in front of him. All that might not do enough damage. At least if you have an attempt at making any sort of timing for Beaky to slip out and get a kill of his own, but if the MP9 is not going to be the weapon for the job, it is going to be he who does eventually find an AK-47 and a potential clutch. Mello is still taken down. 45 HP is not the nicest of sights. Neither is 18 for himself. Oh, it was great look to put him down without even a chance of getting any more vision into it. There's a second round. Finally posted by Limitless, who get an AWP to go along with it.
I'm kind of surprised you didn't see CoJo scope back in and post up for an extra potential pick. With as low health he was, there is no way he was getting out of that. I was assuming maybe, you know, since he's so low and he's on an op and he's the only one on the A site that they at least know of, they're not going to be so headstrong to clear it because it's just not a spot that you would be sitting in with an op. And I thought maybe that's what he was trying to use, which he didn't at first, but at that point, you kind of got to just gun out. It feels it's not really a spot you're going to get out of. This resistance. But the point is, let's put him here. A lot of pushes that don't work out for Take Flight have left them with only pistols, and now it's just basic lobby crunch. Running in, flicking around, a couple of kills may come through in all the chaos, but chaos won't be enough to make Pistols win a 5-on-4 duel running into lobby.
Do like a little bit of chaos here and there, but that 5-7 at least able to claim second life into the round. Dane is low. They're going to continue to keep their bodies together, though. That gun's going to be probably a pretty good priority for him to hold on to, considering Beaky is at 14k, to be honest, or 1400, excuse me, but still looks like he wants to get something going here.
Cool idea.
Enough.
I mean, it looked like he was on the right track.
Maybe.
Nice shot from Grape, though, man. Have we seen an op on both sides this game? Like, at the same time. I don't think we have. I think this is the first time. Well, 5-3, I will say, isn't the most impressive of scores for the defense to hold. So, ball is kind of in Take Flight's court right now, IMO. Alright, man. Of course, that's what you point out.
Get a load of this guy.
Don't give them more ammo.
They already have. This is already early damage exchanged under 2 players across the server in Poseidon and mdsz respectively. CoJo now continuing to soar, excel. Early picks around posts that keep them zoned off. This don't really have a whole hell of a lot of room to breathe, but as these last couple of rounds, he's been somewhat slowed. The pace in which he's been taking it has now just the same. Yes, who's stuck up in it. Waiting their arrival with no real help. It's only CoJo able to spot over the top. Actually, there's a gap on the cross. MDS will be covered.
Wow.
CoJoMo getting that one.
What the?
Else allows MDS to be able to play around it, and nothing going the way of Limitless onto any of the refrags, and nothing will come out of the lurk inside the sweep door either, fellow. May as well drop off the top there, buddy. Nothing goes their way, and it is going to be 3 from MDS down low.
That is the most bold crossfire I think I may have ever seen outside. Like, CoJo's just trying to bait in for MDS, right? That's all fine and well. But the fact is, who was it? Gabe, who just jumps up on credit for some reason? Like, there's 3 players sitting in the open with a 1-man advantage in a rifle v rifle round. That is crazy. And it required a lot of precision, too. If CoJo missed that second shot, it honestly might just be cooked.
No smoke for the cross. I guess they were, more so than anything else, hoping to flush out the close position. They weren't even able to get that close, thanks to CoJoMo. Name you, as a Take Flight fan, would hope is playing to the best of his abilities. As of right now, you don't want to let him get any more into the zone than he's already found himself. At this stage, it's only against pistols right now, but Limitless having 3 rounds, if they can extend that a little bit farther. Not really sure if that is even going to be an option with these kinds of kills. The jump is going to be just barely off of the mark.
Interesting angle, though. Oh, wow, dude, I gotta give it up, man. The digs from Limitless have been insane. CoJo walking up through ramp. This is an insane risk right now. CoJo hits the shot, the bomb is dropped, and he has it. That's the round in his hands, and he's not gonna stop there. Or maybe he will. Doom. The recovered AK is enough to shy him away from continuing his insane, outlandish aggression. Poseidon's even looking for one of his own. Another gun required. And the MP9, yeah, while it is a little unknown, I'm not entirely sure actually why CoJo has the Tech 9 pulled out just yet. Maybe frantic trying to bait in for the MP9. There it is. Back turns. Chance arose and still is up. Doom's got to come through the smoke, and Beaky's not reading it right. He assumes he's coming from the other direction. He doesn't expect Doom to walk through this. With 20 seconds to go, where do you go? Well, time's running out, and Beaky's trying to beat him to the punch, but he is completely misguided on this. It is a guaranteed A approach with the couple of seconds he has left, and Beaky's not going to know this until the bomb's down.
Best chance they've had in a while right now is... rounds get closer and closer. A 1v1 on the post plant and the A side of the map. Doom can really just play this one out under the timing. There is no smoke for Beaky. Have a kit. What will that come to matter if he can't even get to place himself on top of the bomb for very long?
He knows he's hot.
Has to. No really other way he could be. No 2 ways about it. Bomb planted for one side. Full stick is going to be coming through. Beaky going for it. The ball's on this man. He'll eventually get off of it, but it's too little too late as Doom has rounded the bend in just the nick of time to find 4.
Man, what a bounce back from Limitless. It's crazy because this round looks panicked at the start. When they're in spawn, fumbling with utility, hadn't even fully bought yet. Thought maybe the chaos of the previous round had been brought in. But even after pretty much everything goes wrong, CoJo drops the bomb, gets them a, what, a 3-on-2, a 4-on-2. 1 kill from Doom, 1 kill from Poseidon. Overzealousness gets caught from Take Flight. And promise you it wasn't them falling in love with Take Flight or vice versa. It was probably quite the inverse.
Timeout. It's again used by Take Flight, who getting a little bit antsy in their own. Before it was a matter of keeping things going, now it's a matter of where are things going wrong. Wait and see if they can find a remedy, as the next round is where they look to do their best. This one is them just trying to fend off maybe a couple of these AK-47s for a few moments to recollect and act on what the 4 pieces of utility they've brought into this round can do. Already, outside, going to be denying minimal vision from the side of Flyte, but that Molotov, interestingly placed on the front side of the Tetris box, allows for the T's to at least be aware of the fact that there's nobody swinging on the other side. With anything more than a pistol, You gotta bow out in a way, and the armor more susceptible than nades to nades than ever.
I like this angle from MDS. They're gonna come waltzing straight in. Oh no, he's flubbed it! Crossfire works, but now the 5-7's gotta step up! And Gabe does his best as he possibly can with the limited weaponry. It will be nowhere near enough. Kojo. It's seen, takes another with him. Or no, that's not Kojo, that's Beaky. Kojo's instead moving back up through heaven. Maybe looking to pick up a gun outside somewhere. It's a 1v2, so in a round like this, there's more than just an argument to go for it.
It's quite a bit on the line.
I also can't entirely blame him for running away with it. You said it earlier when I think it was shutout going back in the 1-on-3. Beaky needed a buy then. Shutout needs one now. Kojo maybe looking for exits instead. I kind of like that idea. Actually, in fact, just gonna go rushing straight in. Knows where Poseidon is. Every kill comes through. No, there's no kid. If there was a kid, this round was theirs. But still, every kill follows suit. So they set themselves up well for the future.
Let me breathe for a second here, man. Give me a moment of reprieve.
Having a lights out map, man. 17 and 5.
There's only a 1-round gap on a CT side of Nuke. The explanation in that. It's not like his teammates are playing exceptionally poor. Not 17 and 5. Yeah, no?
Okay, man.
What?
I think I misinterpreted what you were saying.
Maybe.
Maybe. This is still alarming. Last round of the first, take flight. 7-5 is the max gap here. I want to see somebody else start to come to life a little bit more than just the Kojo show, but it looks like he'll be increasing his 17 to 18 here momentarily. All it takes is Grape. One step in the wrong direction sets up Beaky. Smoke in. Actually, you know what? I like this. Make them feel like they're forced to make a movement, but right now it's Dane left out on an island, and they know he's here. At least they should. The fact that he gets 2 kills is insane. Kojo, too long to flick back over. Grape's back inside of the smoke, and down goes the upper.
This is MDS stuck in it. 1v3. Kojo efforts of previous were enough to grant them this much, but a tie on the horizon more likely than not, as MDS might hear one down low. It's the fight deep to the vent. He'll take first, and as he's shot from just below himself after the fact, it's a 6-6, and we reset.
6-6, we're all tied up.
Oh,
The best
I thought I
looking
was
Limitless
taking us
we've
in.
seen thus far.
No, yeah, no, fine. No, forget it. I'm not doing the broadcast.
Get him out of here.
Just kidding, guys. I'm back.
Yo, why not?
Yo, hey. Oh, and hey is... Right. Quickly has the door slammed in his face by mdsz. The PT50 buy seems to already have been working out. It's not your please, but they're still here. They're still around.
For now. For now. Ironic that Limitless, again, have not had a single pistol round success this series, and they're looking to change that now. But with an overwhelming force starting to push down an immovable object in Dangerous, we're about to find the answer to the age-old question. Kojo gets a little too close for comfort, and so does Gabe. Dane didn't take his routes properly, and so he falls without a chance of a rebuttal. And they're going all around the world right now. The rotations are chaotic, and the bomb is luckily dropped into the site for Take Flight, so they actually don't have to worry about it being fallen.
Plant is in, all three are up, and as the sea of Take Flight players do wash over Beast Dane, backstab from Beaky might be everything, and Poseidon's on the floor now needing to turn his attention back and away as Dane can do nothing, or excuse me, Doom who can do nothing about it. An absolutely massive effort once again from the players of Take Flight with the double coming in from both mdsz and Beaky. Clean up. That is quite the difficult task as the ramp player to have to deal with 5 players or 4 players, however many it was, jumping right on top of you.
And again, the record stays true. 4-0 for pistols on Take Flight's favor in this series, and Limitless have been struggling in that regard. Like, these rounds haven't been close. Well, again, a bye back to what's been moderate success. Limitless seem to have some faith. Now, doesn't seem much different from Take Flight hack mentality into ramp. Nice shot out of Dane. Bro, these Deagles are crazy.
Nasty with the pistols. It does pull one player out from the net. A little bit more that needs to be done in order to give them a chance, as there's only 4 players left standing for Limitless. 0 of them collectively sit in the B-bomb site where the slow crawl from Take Flight looks to make their way down. The pretty much silent affair all the way through and through until they need to start tossing out the utility to get a safe plant. Window broken, smoke immediately after the fact, and here comes the attack. They've got everything that they need now to comfortably assure an $800 and everything else from Limitless comes from the back, and maybe Gabe will be found, but at this point he's just going to be fighting for his life 300 style as they come down ramp or run away.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
Is 300 a movie worth watching?
I've never seen it, I just know that scene. I'm a fraud.
Man. I'm trying to catch up on the classics. No, I just, been looking for movie recs.
Somebody in chat.
Oh well. Oh well. Parasite's on my list next.
That one's good.
Remember I started it a long time ago. Got like 40 minutes in and didn't seem too interested, but I'll give it another try. Well, again, the expense of investing into the second round will leave you with this, pennies in the third. You got a couple of Deagles to help your cause, and I will say they've been lethal, but I do like the way Take Flight have approached this T-side thus far. It's been very pack mentality oriented. It's not allowed a lot of isolations, unless they're kind of meaningless. And I would imagine the same stays true for a round like this, where you know it's not going to be a great investment. They've already got some good map control and data.
Set of pistols, it's crawl down to the B, not from ramp, but outside. That might be, once again, the perfect call to be made. Only a pistol, as far as the eye can see, ready and waiting for them in Mellow. There's somebody you can take down with that 5.7. Closer.
This is a scary distance.
Action. It is going to be a scary distance. That slow movement is going to be the scariest of them all, but they'll be fine for now.
trade out on the UMP. It's very uncommon to see this SMG nowadays, and maybe that's why. Dang, dude, the Deagle is deadly. But MDS is even deadlier. Maybe even the deadliest catch, it seems, as we fall back to the 3-on-3. And the only man without armor is Poseidon, but this is a little weird right now. Players around every corner. Oh my god, that's a gun given to Doom. It doesn't seem too unguarded. It, like, looking exactly at the angle MDS is coming from, and he's got the bomb on his back. He's gotta get this kill. Gotta get this kill. Doom spotted. Remember, though, he has armor. This is an honest-to-God aim duel. MDS just has to win. Longer range, Poseidon still takes aim with the Deagle, and time running low. He's hoping to buy enough of it to where his teammate Grape can come through to back him up. Poseidon will inevitably run out of ground to stand on. Maybe not if he takes a double fight. MDS, that half step, that half second he took to continue committing to the duel is what got him killed. 12 seconds to go, and Beaky, he's going all the way down to the B-bomb site. He goes. They're giving chase, coming all the way through and through. Poseidon closest nearby, but the bomb should go down without a second to spare. A 1v2, door pops open, AK taps, but the bullets were low. He couldn't spam. Beaky, another chance at long range. The first gives himself away. One tap, and Beaky looking for the clutch of the game. Faking it around the right as he goes on top of the rafters. This is so scary, so close, so crucial that Beaky doesn't drop it. And now as the smoke dissipates, the world seems to be twisted. Poseidon runs out, looking the wrong way. Couple of misses, but Beaky recoups, and a 9th falls the way of Take Flight.
Oh my lord, so very close, within a drawing knife's edge distance. Tension in the air so thick you can cut it with one. Holy ghost. 5 for Limitless, but how close do you get in what could have been such a nice lob up of a round? I won't say it's an easy.
Almost an alley-oop.
It would have been really nice. Slam dunk, if you will. It's okay. That was always going to be one that they weren't expecting to come away with, so the fact that they got that close and they can now reset the money of Take Flight might be enough for them if they're able to take this across the line, as Grape has already dealt early damage. Able to make the job and deal more on a shutout with Poseidon at the rev above. Good look. Even still.
Almost went poorly after Poseidon had missed the first shot. He overextends here. It'll be a grave mistake. CoJo ready and waiting. The impatience gets punished. These two have been at each other's throats, it feels, this series. But Mello could be the X factor they're looking for. If he goes up at the right time, no. A little too late. And now they reposition back around to A, but again, this is so awkward. Limitless are spread out right now. One in secret, one outside, one in CT. Both sites are completely vacant currently.
Yeah, Doom's got a little bit of a look-see in towards A, but the Heaven player arriving is going to be more important than anything else. But they love their B walks of Take Flight. I'll tell you what, and it's done them pretty good every time. This time they're going to resort to Old Reliable and see if it's gotten them any semblance of success. But 30 seconds left. Eventually, they're going to have to start making some steps, and Mello is going to be the one to have to try and stop them.
I don't even know if this is a game of stopping them.
Better, no.
This may be prolonging. But Mello does have to hit the shot. You're right on that one. And they don't seem too quick to deal just yet. Maybe they are! Beaky! What a laser shot in the very final moments. It's again set them up by one man opening the door. They know about Doom's whereabouts. CoJo, good shot. Dane, a very expected asset as the barrel shows CoJo. Not in position just yet. Moves out. Kill stolen by MDS. But the result all the same. Double digits for Take Flight, and Limitless starting to run out of answers.
This is a backs against the wall sort of call. Not really a whole lot of wriggle room to be able to go for a force buy or a save either way. It's going to come down to the decision from the in-game leader. Grape has gotten them into a position where they can buy into the following. To get something done here where they got close with pistols previously and MP9 to supplement that, but more than anything else, it's going to be the aggression of it that might get them a gun to be able to pick up, because nobody is on the defense for it. Nobody up high on the top of the silo on the rest of the side of lobby now as Dane does meet his maker, trying to make good off of the space his teammate had created for them. Instead, all it's done given them an avenue of attack down into B once again. Not a walk, a full sprint, but they're not entirely committed into it just yet. Instead, just dropping utility to try and get Limitless a little bit scattered, and so far it has worked in getting Mellow put out of the picture just the same with a man advantage to take flight.
They have been just crucial in every spot. And again, site's open. No real rebuttal. Easy pickup, easy goings. Take Flight find themselves up to 11. And while this game initially looked closer, I'm worried this is really starting to get out of hand. I mean, we haven't seen much bounce back, if any at all, from this defense. There was the one round that came ridiculously close and required Beaky to have a clutch of a lifetime. But beyond that, it feels like they've had really consistent and good answers to anything Limitless have thrown at them. That's an op, though.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Or not.
They needed to somehow grab hold of it as Poseidon is the first hope for it. Not able to get
What
close enough, but an absolute backflip. Gymnastics shutout doing his best. Put on a little bit of a show before he goes down. And in death.
These rounds, man, they've been all over the place.
You can say that again.
These rounds have been all over the place.
Thank you. 2 rounds left. Flyte lose that distance just a little bit further to be able to set themselves up for a much nicer look at an ECO standing season thus far. Limitless find themselves currently at 3 and 6. A comeback is required once again here on Nuke, similarly to Anubis. There's no smoke to extinguish the Molotov. It's going to be MDS walking out into his demise. His doom is still low. Probably a Molotov in the smoke. The spam through is going to keep him there for a moment. But only now does Dane need to do something more, something great, as he's to his own devices. Can do no wrong as he's already gotten the double. Repositioned over to the Asian vent. Now Beaky and not side by side, but still able to crack open some semblance of an attempted round, knowing that Dane is still stuck.
And they're worried right now. They're assuming Beaky's gonna come through from mini. They have no idea. Poseidon's dropped into the site and Beaky knows it. At least I'm pretty sure, but he's looking into heaven like he hasn't. So Poseidon may have an opportunity to sneak his way into hut here, depending on the timing. Oh my god, he didn't. What? He didn't see him. Poseidon, is he gonna sneak through in time? I don't know. Smoke still up and bloomed. He has the read, but can he get the kill? We're about to find out with the beat showing. This round is over. It's got overwritten all over it, or maybe not. Nade goes in. And even through all the gymnastics and semantics of this round, it's not done. Poseidon, do you dare go for this after all of the death-defying stunts you've gone for? No. He's bidding out.
This is him just getting all the way back into T-spawn. Relying on this big green in the round to come to be able to claw back another 6. And oh man, the loss bonus might have gotten them somewhere, but expecting the same level of pulling through from Limitless in this map as Anubis is going to be a long shot, as they were still 4 rounds away from being able to get close enough to send themselves into another overtime. Poseidon goes down, no less.
Oh no!
Is yet to be a much more difficult affair, as both the blow is the rapid fire of the AK you would expect to come out on top. Poseidon's still able to land the shot in close range.
Dude, how, like, we look at this game at the start and, like, man, Limitless looked great in that T-half. Went toe-to-toe, took them the distance as we head to their CT side. You come out of the gates and you think, maybe, you know what, this is Limitless map to win. But, it's essentially found itself in the exact same spot that Anubis did. 12-6, albeit, at this point, Take Flight still had, I believe, 2 timeouts. They just used their final. But this CT side has been in shambles, and it's kind of what I was worried about, right? Whether you want to credit to Limitless CT side, maybe not having enough answers, maybe not entirely being well equipped, or maybe it's just Take Flight being that good, being that guy. It's a result kind of teeing up.
The final moment. Final countdown final stretch, the final sprint. It's Limitless have to get their running shoes on and dig their cleats into the turf, because Doom standing his ground inside of lobby, excuse me, inside of hut, looking into lobby in a moment might be a nice way of making it back into this, but that just simply cannot happen. Beaky allowed to find not one, not two, but three encroaching Limitless members is an absolute statement as to how this game has gone so far and how it very well may end.
I think it is about to Grape. One of the only players standing in their way as the smoke blooms in the front of Mindy. For a moment, it looks like there's some hesitation, but Grape shows his hand yet again as he falls back off and into the site. He and Poseidon somewhat nearby one another, so it's not like they're entirely untradeable assets, but they are now as he's gone back down the vents. And again, Grape continues to give away audio cues. They're unaware of Poseidon's whereabouts, but one wrong step, one wrong move, and shutout will deal you your last hand. But this isn't entirely over yet again. Shifting around outside, Gabe may be the player to keep your eyes on currently. As time goes on, tick by tick, you wonder, who wins the battle of timing? Well, Poseidon was the only one there to put a fork in the road. Now that's changed. Now it is just Gabe. And Grape's got so many different angles to worry about, knowing what's coming on the other side of his fan. He turns away at the absolute worst time. It couldn't be more bad timing to think. Now Poseidon's looking for aid of anonymity through the smoke. No scopes both missed. Offers pull out their sidearms and Poseidon wins the duel. But the trade of shutout is far superior. A 2-0 stomp for Take Flyte puts them back in contention.
That is a really nice way to close it out for Take Flyte. Although my prediction might not have come true for a second of these maps, I still cannot congratulate Take Flyte enough for what they have put forth on both Nuke and it was a great way to close out this map, as the first might have been a little bit more of a bloodbath towards the end. The way the clawing and the scratching is going to be a little bit interesting.